Hello YouTube and welcome to the dojo. Today we have a very exciting review of the Prime RID Vehicon. And this has been an awesome figure. I've been anticipating it for a very long time. I almost gave up on fighting this guy. That's how much I have been just waiting and he just has not shown up. I was just like, alright, well, probably just gonna have to get a first edition version. Which is fine, but this guy's clearly the better version. He's got this gun here. I keep fiddling with it. It can go on both sides. He's got a cool spoiler, definitely works, can go a bit up and down, so I thought that was a nice little touch, but it looks nice. As you can see, he's got some nice light purple going here, and they did the rims in silver, which I love, because this definitely, if it was all black, it definitely would have been a bit bland, so it's nice that they did that. He's got some purple painted detailing on the headlights, which is cool, and then a nice Decepticon logo right there. So I thought that was a nice touch. He's got clear windows all around, except for the windshield. But I actually like the fact that this is painted in black. I think that's how it is in the show, actually. So I'm glad they did that. And then here also, we got some cool purple lines going through it. And as you can see, we got here the first edition predecessor right here. And they have a very similar molding and paint scheme, just this one's much more scaled down. You can see the spoiler's much smaller. Yeah, that's a huge size difference. You see, that's a huge size difference. But old first edition here is just compensating. He may have a bigger vehicle, but look at their guns. That is just a huge difference. I mean, his gun is gigantic and his gun is very small. He's got a bigger gun, he's got a bigger vehicle mode. What are you going to do about it? But yeah, you can see that there is some minor variations. Whereas this one doesn't have the paint apps in the back and this one does. Flip it around. It does have the paint apps in the front and this one doesn't. So they just changed a few things around. They're still both very similar figures, and it's awesome that they have two different molds, because right there, if you want a troop build, there's 2 out of whatever, how many you want. If you get the Cyberverse, 3. If you get Jet Vehicon, 4. If you get Jet Vehicon General, 5. I mean, don't bother buying 2 of the same one. You can have variety. It's still the same thing. And along with the paint apps, you can see that, as I mentioned, he has the front ones, he has the back ones, but he has the front headlights, and he has the back headlights. So I like how they kind of contrast each other. I feel like they purposely switched it up just to give it more diversity. So I really like that about them. And this one as well also has the windshield, which I just realized doesn't look that bad. I really do like the fact that this one is painted black in just to give it more of a Batmobile feel of it, because I'm pretty sure he didn't have a windshield. But I definitely, now that I think of it, like, this one does have a windshield, and it does look fine. So to transform this guy, let's just start by untabbing this back rear wheels. And then untab the doors. Bring them out, just to get them out of the way. Take this whole top front section, just the whole thing, bring it out. Split this apart. It's really well secured, so you just got to get in there and do that. Take the spoilers, flip them down. Flip this whole section one more time. And flip it a whole nother time. That is amazing mass shifting right just there. Then unfold the foot, another folding, and you see it's got a little tab right there. Goes in the hole. And do the same. And then if you want, you can just take these front sections. I don't remember if this is instructions or not. I think it was, but you just flip those forward, and there you go. Little angle, just adds a little detail to them. Then just take the arms, and it's really weird the way you do it. You have to, like, see, there's a ball joint, then there's a weird, like, hinge, and then a swivel right there. You kind of just have to, like, unswivel it, pull out the ball joint as much as you can, and then just fold out the hands. I really don't have any better way to explain it. It's a weird system they got set up, but it works. Once you get it down, it's very instinctual. You just know how to do it. I love this. You take this back section, pull it down, and his head pops up. He's got an awesome head sculpt. You can see he's got some nice points coming out of like the cheek areas. It's slender, sleeks in very well. His head actually reminds me of the Maximal symbol from Beast Machines, if you remember. He's also got a nice Decepticon logo under this clear plastic. You can see that nice molded in detail in the silver of his chest. So they did a great job on this guy. He's got some nice panel lines going along his face. I don't know if you can see them. And he does have light piping, it's just I have bad lighting. But he does have some amazing light piping that goes in through his visor. And it's a nice shade of like purplish pink. It's a color you never see in any other Transformer. That's how I'm going to be honest. When I first transformed this guy, I was like, there's not a chance he's going to stand. That is just not going to work at all. Oh, my gosh, he stands. He can stand. I saw these little toes, or feet, whatever, they're so tiny, they're toes, and I was like, that's not gonna work at all. And man, this guy was just like, suck it, Samurai Man, I can stand. And I was like, oh my gosh, you just blew me away. As you can see, he's got a nice purple just like coming through the robot mode that just wasn't there before. I mean, it was pretty much all this color the whole time, and then a few variations of light purple, but now you've got a really nice mixture of this dark purple here, and then you got some more of that like headlight and tail light purple on the knees, and then you got some more on the shins. So they did a great job of using basically the same color in variations on this guy. And I noticed they did that with Rumble also. If you guys saw, his vehicle mode was basically one standard color, but once he got the robot mode, he had a very nice variation of color. And then if you want, he can hold his gun there. His big old gun, look at that. Just ready to take on the Autobots with his weird hands. And or flip his hand down if you want to make it look more like it's coming out of his hand. Just basically do the same thing, just pegging it upside down. Which isn't bad. It looks alright. Looks pretty good. I don't mind it. You are supposed to be able to peg it here. Like you can see there's like kind of like a clip point there. But I can't. Does not go on. I've seen other YouTubers do it. You can check out their videos, but mine just will not get on there. So I don't know if it's too small or too big, what's going on. I'm not going to bother trying. It'll just ruin it. Probably end up breaking something. For articulation, this guy has a hinge right up here, so you can bring his arms up and down, or his shoulders up and down. They can go 360. He's got a swivel at the bicep, and he's got this weird little in and out thing, I don't know, swivel in and out at the elbow, and a ball joint sort of at the elbow as well. I don't know, how would you call it. And he's got a swivel or up and down at the wrist. His head can go a bit up and down just due to transformation. I think it's on a ball joint. You can turn it a bit, not much, it's kind of hindered, but there's that. No waist swivel at all. He does have a hip ball joint, no thigh swivel. Knees bend about that much, almost 90, not quite. His feet do go up and down, just due to transformation. And that's really pretty much it for articulation. It's a pretty simple articulation, but then again, it's not like you ever see these guys doing anything crazy. They just pretty much stand there, shoot forward. That's their job. No flipping around, jumping, or anything. Just stand and shoot there. Wait to get killed. That's basically it. Comparisons, I have the first edition figure that I also have. Recently just got them. And as you can see, they're about the same size. To transform them back, let's just start by getting the legs done. Just unpeg it. Flip the foot back in. Same here. Unpeg it. Flip back in. Unfold all these folds. You remember all these. There's a bajillion of them. Okay, that's a bit of an overstatement, but there's a lot. Unfold. Again. Again. Well, I guess we can just make these forward. There we go. So bring those forward. Flip the hands in. Just flip these in. And you have to like line up the hands right in a weird way. You have to like push, or pull and push. Just kind of have to turn it and get the ball joint to move with the panel. See, there you go. Lines up very well. Bring this panel back, and this will bring the head down. So it's a nice little, remember that automorph gimmick? It's really cool. Oh yeah, and then what you want to do is just peg all these together lined up. Spick and span, nice and nice. Then just bring this whole section forward, bring this down. Oops. Flip that up, there you go. Now everything's starting to come together. It compresses very well. Like I said, this is a very much a very well done what's the word, mass shifting figure. They have done an amazing job with mass shifting in this line. I don't know what it is they're doing, but they're doing it right. We have him back in his Batmobile mode, because he definitely is pulling off the Batmobile. This has been Samurai Man. Have a great day.